The woke man bun man goes viral. Hey everybody, welcome. Not a good way to start. Not going to edit that out. You know, a lot of people would go, you know what? We're going to start over. We're going to edit that out. Not here. Not today. Not now. Welcome to the Tyler Fischer Show. If you're new to the show, one of the rules is I don't edit anything out. So it's all, even that cough, it will stay in the episode. Everyone's so self-conscious about what they say and do, or you see what I'm doing with my hands here? This isn't natural, but it's going to stay in.
Frankly, it's all staying in. Nothing goes out. Nothing leaves. It's not like the border where anybody can come in and come out. It's not like that. We have borders here, frankly. Yeah.
So, welcome to the show. So happy to have you here. And I was going to give a description of what the show was for any new T-boners. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's nothing to, can't really describe the show. I don't know what it is. No one knows. Episode 38, no one has a clue what it's about. And God damn it, we're going to keep it that way. It's a podcast about nothing. It's a podcast about nothing. Nothing happens. Why are you even watching it? That's more of a Jimmy Fallon doing Seinfeld. Why are you watching it? Shout out to Dan for new title. The new title for the show. If you're listening or watching,
Frankly, beautiful new title. He does titles like I say. They say, sir, nobody does titles like Dan. He's doing titles like nobody's done it. And these are so, it's like technology or something. I don't know how he does it. Like, frankly, on a computer, some sort of editing thing, like a Adobe or something. They call it Adobe, like the house Adobe, but he does it. Frankly, nobody knows. Even the Russians couldn't even figure out how to make a title like that.
So thank you, Dan. Love the title. Quick little pitch here. If you want to support the show or any of the comedy that I make, you can do that on Patreon.com. Sorry about that. That's incredibly rude, but I just got out of the shower and I'm soaked. By the way, ladies, with the long hair, how do you not walk around soaked? I am just, look at me. I
got droplets. There are droplets just spraying out from my long, really COVID. It's a super spreader of old, unwashed hair droplets.
And, you know, I walk around, people think I'm some sort of heroin addict, sweating and overdosing because I'm soaked and I'm just dripping. It's a perpetual state of dripping. It's just a shout out to the ladies for, I never see a wet lady out there. I never see a wet lady. You know, I see a lot of dry ladies like they've been dealing with the blow dryer. You know, is that the secret? You do a blow dry before you leave the home. There, is that what you're doing? Yeah. Well, I don't have time for that. I just get a little too ADD when I'm blow drying. I do it for a second. I go, oh, look at that, a toothbrush, and I brush my teeth, and then I'm out the door and I'm soaking wet. Patreon.com/Tyler Talks. That is how I will be funding all of my stuff. I don't have any, there's no sponsors. There's no money coming in. There's no fucking, what is it called? Trust fund. There's no trust fund. I had a trust fund. It was about $20,000. I got it when I was 18, right before the crash in 2008, and I lost it all. I got a guild. So this is what I got a guild guitar from it. I got a couple months of rent, and that's it. I know I look like a trust fund person, but I'm not, and I do, right? I look like some rich kid, but who's like revolting. But he's got all this money, so he looks like this. But he's like kind of keeping with the fashion of his estate. They call it homeless trust fund. is the look. So every week I give you a bonus episode or a bonus clip of some sort on Patreon. And this week I show you a stand-up comedy set that I did in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. So I took just a random set, and I'm going to show you what sort of a typical show is. Not that many people there, and it's just your average run-of-the-mill stand-up comedy show in New York. So if you want to see what that's like, it's up there right now. And I am wearing my retainer, so just pardon me on that. I will be in Mount Airy, Maryland. I have no idea where this is. Literally, someone just goes, "You want to do the show?" I didn't Google it. I just said yes. I'm down to being able to perform in one comedy club in New York that does not require a vaccine to get in. So I need work. And someone goes, "You want to come to Mount Airy, MD?" I didn't even know what MD stood for. Could have been Minnesota, Minneapolis, Montana. I didn't know. Turns out it's Maryland. So that is September 30th, a week from today, Thursday, 7 p.m. at Freys Brewery. How about that? I don't think I've ever given a date for stand-up on the podcast before. You see people doing it, you know. You got your Sebastian Maniscalco's going, "I'll be in Cleveland on this guy." And Pete going, "Hey, guy, I'm going to be in all these dates. I got all these dates. Guy, I'm going to Portland, guy. They're going to rip me apart." And so September 30th, 7 p.m. Does anyone live there or near there? Freys Brewery, Mount Airy. So there it is. I'll put the link in the video as well. And it's going to be at a brewery, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This is one of my first road shows ever, so I'm excited about that. Now, maybe you've heard, had a little viral incident this week, and no, I'm not talking about COVID. As you may have heard, had some viral success this week. My Venmo account went viral. So turns out I owe a lot of people money, and the account just exploded. And so now I'm viral on Venmo, and please friend me there. That's where I'm going to be putting all my content. I'll be sending people money and just putting little jokes in the comments. So no, it was the Man Bun Guy. Chad, somebody called him. I guess we can call him Chad. That's a good name. The guy that just really is not happy with the unvaccinated, the Nazis, the pedophiles. I mean, these are classic QAnon, Capitol storming, just fucking racists. And so I did a little video of him with the man bun.
Hi, this is a little message to the unvaccinated. Ugh. You are killing everyone. It's your fault. You're being selfish, so get the vaccine because I'm vaccinated. I am vaccinated, okay? And so I'm protected because the vaccine is safe and effective. So if you're around me and you're unvaccinated, then you're putting me at well, you're not. No, okay. So you're selfish because if I'm protected and you're around me, then I'm fine. But you're me. Sorry. If you're not vaccinated, then you're not. You're racist, is what I'm saying.
And as I've told you before on the show, we're not pro man bun on the show. We're not anti man bun. We're certainly not pro man bun by any means. Look, if you want to do the man bun, do it, but we're not encouraging you to do it. But this character, he just he needed it. He needed it.
Frankly, I call it, the man bun, I call it the woke yarmulke, right? We call it the woke yarmulke. It's like a little crown of wokeness, just to let people know, stay away from this guy. He's going to call you, sir, he's going to call you racist. You know he is. And he will, and he does. He wants to cancel you.
So did that video, and whew, I think I blacked out since then. I think it's been about a week. You don't make a video for it to go viral. That's a little tip there. People go, how do you make a viral video? You just consistency, make consistent stuff, put effort into it, and something along the way will pop off. So yeah, I'm still a little stir crazy from it all. It was, it was a little wild. The internet is just a fucking wild place. It's insane. It's like I'm so used to performing for 7, 20, 30, maybe on a good day 50 or 100 people. So that's kind of that's what I'm used to, is that amount of people. So to have millions see your stuff, you can't quite conceptualize it. Like, I know it's awesome and stuff, but you can't, our brain doesn't work that way. You just can't conceptualize it. You see what's ever in front of you. You could look at the number and go, oh, that's a big number. But you don't really know what it is. So, anyhow, I put it on Instagram, and then I don't even know what happened. I don't know what happened. I guess it's just when people started putting it on their pages, but I started seeing it on TikTok. Now, this really pissed me off because I was banned from TikTok at the time, so I wasn't allowed to post it there because I made fun of the Taliban, okay? I did a character, the woke Taliban, saying like, we are going to respect women and only hit them with flogs that are made with recyclable materials. We are going green. No more plastic straws. And I don't know if that's a Taliban accent. What the hell is that? Isn't that funny, though? Like, I could do a Taliban accent and no one is going to say that's racist because they're a fucking terrorist organization. That's interesting. But if I did something like this and did an Indian accent, a very clear Indian accent, and I do have a bit of a lisp because I have a retainer, and it's like, well, this guy just needs to fucking die. I mean, just cancel him already. But the Taliban, if we do this, is okay to say we will sanitize our stones before we smash them into faces to stop the spread of COVID because it will get bloody. In this way, no COVID on my hand. If I kill, none will go inside them, and they will be dead because I am killing them with a stone, but we are stopping the spread of COVID. We are doing our part. Totally fine. Totally fine. So on TikTok, I wasn't allowed to post it. Somebody posted it on TikTok, and it got like 6 million views just on one guy's account. Just like a random guy. Didn't have a big account. And I couldn't even comment to be, hey, that's my video. When they punish you on TikTok, you're not allowed to comment. You're not allowed to update your profile. I mean, you're in jail. So I had to sit there and watch this video and then other people were posting. It got probably 10 million views on other people's platforms that didn't tag me. And it's hard to like get mad at all of them because one person typically will rip the video down and put it up, and then it spreads from there. So if one person puts it up and doesn't credit you, game over. And I forgot to put my fucking handle watermark. Another tip: if you make videos and you think they're quality and that people might steal them, put your name somewhere like low enough where they can't crop it, because people will do that. They'll crop it smaller and smaller so that any of your credits are out, so that they can take credit for the video. Put it, above, right here, put it here, make your eyebrows your handle, whatever you got to do. You can have them pop up occasionally, like the first 10 seconds, then it goes away, and then one here. You can move it around. I don't like obsessing about this stuff, but I lost a good 10 million views. So now I'm gonna really try to get that handle in there. So blows up, and it's it happens every once in a while, and it's really fun and it's exciting. But again, finding that balance between, hey, this is fun, and not expecting it to be life-changing. That none of this stuff will ever be life-changing. To me, another litmus test. Okay, where am I at right now? Here's an example. It's Thursday, so I'm 3 days late on the podcast. So I got kind of sucked away for 3 days, and that's okay. I'm not going to shame myself for that. I'm not going to do that. I'm trying hard to have structure, and having this out every Monday is the goal. But you got to these things don't happen every day. So I had to sift through hundreds of messages to see, like, if someone wants me to come perform or do a private show or a corporate gig or something. So you got it's just all a balance. It's all a balance. So I went through every message and found some people who were like, hey, come do my corporate show in Florida or come to Dallas or whatever it is. So I had to spend that time. And then another fucking awesome thing came of it, which is a production company who a Texas-based production company. They make movies. They just did one with Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn, and had another movie they couldn't get produced because the topic was too taboo, and the woke Hollywood wouldn't make it. So the Daily Wire produced it, and they saw this video and reached out to me and said, hey, this is wild, but we're making a movie, our next feature film, like in a month. Do you want to audition for it? And I was like, well, let me check my schedule. And I just stared at my hand for 3 minutes and wrote them back. And I go, it looks like I can probably squeeze it in. So that I had to take a whole nother day for that. But again, it's like, all right, I'll push the podcast down. I'll move some things around. I had to cancel some shows, but you got to just know when to take advantage of things. I may have slept on all this a year ago. I may have been so consumed with the messages from people, anybody, some pretty gal, some cute gals, mixed in the mix, going, you're still funny or this or that. I mean, that could have completely consumed me, and let the addictions just fucking fly off the rails at that point. So at least this time I wasn't too consumed with that. So it's nice. Not going to lie. Feels good, right? We all want to be loved. But yesterday I fucking called my friend. He came over, read as much of the script as I could, sent in the audition tape. And so that was a nice little miracle that came of this whole thing. So we'll see what happens. But again, it's the structure. Okay, this is all exciting, but we got to get back to the daily routine. We got to get in bed by a certain time. We got to wake up, structure the day, and I feel like pretty good. It took a week, but I'm like recovered. I'm like back in the zone. So, yeah, that's that. And then humble brag, Jamie Foxx, I don't know if you heard of him. Jamie Foxx, actor, comedian, saw the video and put, 10 laughing emojis. The sideways laughing one, which obviously racist, So either he was laughing at me or he was making fun of Asian people. I'm actually not sure, and I'll be following up with Jamie Foxx about that, and I will be calling his agent if it is the latter. Maybe it's both. Maybe he was laughing at me and Asian people. But that was pretty wild. See this. What's so funny to me is, like, the video was me making fun of a young, healthy person who shames people who aren't vaccinated for the purpose of he doesn't want them near him. So it was very specific. It was like, you can be really general with this and go, you were making fun of vaccinated people, which isn't true at all. I was making fun of a very specific person, a young, healthy, vaccinated person who's already probably protected from COVID because they're young and healthy, but has both shots, and is saying if someone's unvaccinated and they are near them, they are posing a threat to them and that they're a shitty person. So it was like a very specific person I was making fun of, that I run into these types of people occasionally, and I don't think there's really science behind that. And that's a new thing. It wasn't always like that. It was, hey, the vaccine's out, get it if you want it, it'll protect you. If you don't, that's up to you. And then it quickly shifted, and our wonderful president as a president. Come on, man. President did a great job of basically calling the unvaxxed enemy of the people. So anyways, that's who I made fun of. Now, when people see it, they go, oh, I assume like it was all a bunch of young conservative men who were the ones who were liking and sharing the video. And that's just not true. Now, I don't think, from what I understand, I don't think the data supports that this is divided politically. But that's the narrative, is this is going to be Trump supporters and maybe the more extreme rights over here, right-wing people. Because that's just so easy to do. It's just so easy to say, well, I think this is the right thing to do, so the wrong thing to do is over here, and who's in the wrong thing to do category? Anyone who likes Donald Trump. So it's such an easy thing to do. Now, I went through every message, almost every message. Thousands of comments, hundreds if not thousands of messages. And it wasn't young conservative men. It was some. But the majority of people that were liking and sharing and commenting on this video, that now just on my Instagram alone has almost 4 million views. And then it's got probably over 1 million on TikTok and so on, and Twitter. So we're looking at, like, just on my platform, probably 5 million people. It's like young babes. It's like babes. I don't know how else to say it. It's holistic, health conscious, attractive, I'll say, healthy, yoga types, spiritual. It's not what the majority of people, or whoever, the left, whatever you want to say, would claim it to be. And I kind of anticipated that, but not to this scale. So, this guy came up to me at the comedy club. He's like, be careful, man, because now, like, you don't want those people as your fans. You made this video and, you made fun of the vaccine shaming. Like, you got to be careful. Those are the people you want to be careful. And I was like, who's those people? What do you mean? No one's ever clear about it. What do you mean, those people? I mean, I know what they mean. They really just mean Trump people. And yes, there's some Trump supporters who aren't getting it. There's some Biden supporters. There's some Democrats. There's some Republicans. But it was just so funny because it was like, and also in New York, 72% of black people between 18 and 42, which are the youngest, healthiest people, the people that would be out going to restaurants, going to bars, going to movie theaters, the most in that age bracket are the ones that aren't vaccinated, 72%. I mean, it's almost 3/4 of the people that will be going out in New York aren't allowed to go in bars and restaurants. So you have a ton of black people, tons of Latino people, because I believe they're second in that group of least vaccinated. The most are white, so it's the opposite of what people are telling you. And then you have this massive group of really holistic, young, smoking hot babes. And there's something kind of cool about that because it's bringing those groups of people together when they never probably would have crossed paths. And I just thought that was really cool. and also really fucking hilarious. Because, okay, I'm not going to go extreme here, but I mean, the way Biden framed it was, our patience is wearing thin. Our patience is starting to wear thin in the unvaccinated. This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. He called it a pandemic of the unvaccinated. He said that's the only pandemic we have. I mean, fucking mind-blowing. Mind-blowing that he said out loud on TV, the only pandemic we have right now is of the unvaccinated. He is creating a huge divide, and he's framing people who aren't vaccinated like enemies. So I thought, like, what if this ended? What if this all led to a civil war? Look what's happening in Australia, by the way. Don't look no further than there to see shit is hitting the fucking fan in Australia. I mean, go find clips. Police officers shooting riot bullets, whatever it is, at peaceful protest. I mean, it's insane. You have truck drivers protesting on the highway, and miles of trucks just gridlock stopping to stop the travel in and out of Australia to protest. But it's like most of the work's done. Like, to get from where we are to like some serious tension to actually, let's say, closer to a warlike scenario between vaccinated and unvaccinated. Well, even if it's a third of the country who's unvaccinated, and that'd be the minority in size, think about the people who are in that group. You've got the freedom loving, Trump supporting, conservative, fucking America first, just fucking yeah, man. It's my body, man, my choice. I'm not doing it. Well, they're the ones with the guns. So you've got these freedom-loving, gun-toting, prideful Americans, who probably know how to hunt and who know how to live off the land and can skin a deer and fucking roast it up. And then you've got these holistic, spiritual yoga teachers who could fucking live off of 2 berries and a nut for 3 weeks, can have a green juice, and you live in the woods and just meditate. This is a force to be reckoned with, or to not be reckoned with. This is a force to not be. Either way, I don't know if you reckon with the force or you don't. You don't reckon. Yeah, this is a force to not be. Something's reckoned, and I don't know what it is, and I can't look because I'm in the zone. But so you're gonna have these chads who are just kind of like the liberals, like, get vaccinated, and they have all their masks on, and they're terrified of COVID. That's another thing. They're fucking paranoid and terrified of germs and COVID. Then you got these other people who fucking shirts off, got the shotguns, yoga teachers, just like strong women that can fucking do a handstand for 35 minutes, go into Shavasana, they're doing cat-cow, and those people are coming together, and I'm seeing it in the comments. So this is going to be quite an armed force. And the yoga teachers, they're going to calm down. They're going to calm them down, because they're fucking angry, dude, They're fucking angry, don't take my liberties away. And then you're going to have this nice counterbalance of the yoga teachers and the spiritual meditation practitioners. They're going to be able to soothe them and calm them down and get them grounded. So now you're going to have sort of this grounded fucking Zen-like American warrior who's got a fucking AK, and we're going to take on the vaccinated because they calling us enemies. Oh, we'll show them who the enemies are. And they're fucking doing okay, everybody gather around. All right, we're going to go storm Brooklyn, New York and take care of we're going to go down Bedford Avenue and just fucking... We're going to take care of those fuckers because they waged war on us. But before we start, we're going to take a 5-minute meditation. They're going to meditate. Oh, they're going to be unstoppable, And let's say this thing makes it out into the country, and we're fighting in the woods and in the fields. At the end of the night, everyone's going to gather by the campfire because these people can make fires. I don't know how to make fire. Brooklyn people don't know how to make fires. Portland, Austin, D.C., they don't know how to make a fire. But they're chopping down trees, making fires, building big fortresses. Then you got the yoga teachers coming in, you know, doing nightly meditations and yoga classes. They're giving Reiki massages. They're massaging these, you know, the bigger guys with the guns. I mean, you're fucked. You're fucked if you're on the vaccinated side of this. I'm sorry. If this goes to war, you are done. Namaste. Namaste, motherfucker. Why don't you get down to child's pose? Yeah, right there. Right there. Why don't you give me 3 ohms before I pop a fucking cap in your ass? Yeah. That's what it's gonna be like. And so that's really what I learned from reading the comments in this video. It's just not what people are saying. It's not correct. They so badly, you could see it so clearly. It was like Trumpers and non-Trumpers. Trumpers on the bad side, non-Trumpers on the good side. And how convenient to just go, the unvaccinated are the evil, so let's just lob them right in with the Trumpers. Well, sorry, it's far more nuanced than that, far more complicated, because in that group is going to be 72% of blacks in New York City who, sorry, are not overwhelmingly not Republican. Now, will they be? You go to the voting booth, I'm seeing a big uptick. I think a big uptick in the black vote. I'm saying a big old fucking uptick in the black vote, man. Man, I saw that put black vote last night, man. A big old uptick, man. A big old uptick. 75%. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an uptick of roughly 72% of blacks voting for Republican in 2022, 2024. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that's how it happened was, so the people liking, sharing, commenting, yes, some conservatives, a lot of holistic people, and then a lot of black people. A lot of black people. And I'm not surprised because the data's pretty clear. So this famous R&B guy, Tank, check out the Tank. His music's great. Beautiful voice, beautiful man. Watched a lot of his stuff. He posts a video. Jamie Foxx is friends with Tank, and then Jamie Foxx comments, and then all these other people see it, and it just kind of spread in the rap community. So, fucking, let me untangle this. All the people over the last 6 months who are like, be careful, you're creating a dangerous fan base. Are these the people you want? Are these the people you want? Are these the people you want coming to your shows? They're gonna come with guns, Tyler. They're gonna come with guns. They're just gonna hear your Trump impression for 45 minutes. Oh, they're all wrong. They're all wrong. Beautiful black people and beautiful yogis. And some Republicans and conservatives who can take a joke. That's the fan base. I'll fucking take it, dude. I'll fucking take it any day. All right. I'll take that fan base any day of the week. Oh, yeah. You come to my shows. You come to my shows in fucking Mount Airy, Pennsylvania on September 30th. 7 p.m. So, what's good about it, too, is it's non-political. I felt like it felt like a community. The people, and I'm talking to so many people. I mean, probably thousands of messages from this on Instagram. And it's not like anti-vaxxer people. It's people that are just like, thank you, I want to laugh about this. Feels so good to laugh about this. Oh, we have to laugh about this. I got the vaccine, pro-vaccine, but God, I'm so happy to laugh about this. There was no negative stuff on there. And that was reassuring to me. It really was. And it felt like it didn't really feel partisan at all. Nah, it didn't feel partisan at all. Felt humor-based. Yeah. Oh, let's see. What does this say? You could see I'm a little less prepared today than usual. Because there's kind of a lot going on right now in my head. Like what to do with this. Because it's the goal. The goal is to grow a fan base and an audience. And, but like a shocking growth in a week. So this is, again, why it's so helpful to know yourself as much as you possibly can and know your personality and your history and predict your behavior. That's what I heard that once. Like psychology, learning psychology, one of the major benefits is so you can predict the behavior of others, but I'd say more importantly, predict your own behavior. So because I've studied my personality since I got into therapy and started watching, people like Jordan Peterson who tell you a lot about your personality. It's like you think you know who you are. It's like you have no idea who you are. You're just copycatting. You're just repeating what you hear. So you got to step back and say, is that really what I'd say? It's like, oh, probably not. It's like, probably not. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going, okay. I had this impulse to just make more and go, oh, I got to feed this now. Like so many people going, it's so funny. I want more comedy. So I was like, okay, you got to get a script out and get a film crew together and film more stuff. And I just don't think that's the healthy thing for me to do. So I decided a good idea would to just be go back. I have so many videos online. And when you have new followers, so I went from like 12,000, 10,000 to like 50,000 in a few days. And then my YouTube doubled and my TikTok went up a third or whatever. So I just thought, just chill out. Fucking chill out, dude. And I'm just going to take old videos every day and I'll put one up a day, an old video, until I have the clarity to get back to it. So that was a helpful thing. I sat down and thought about that quite critically. It's like you got to do it critically. It's got to be critically. If you don't know who Jordan Peterson is, by the way, clinical psychologist from Canada. And I could talk about him for 35 hours straight. It's like, straight. Bucko. So I'm not going to say much about him. What I will say is, if you are trying to get your life together, he is somebody I recommend watching. A lot of things tangled up with Jordan Peterson. He became famous overnight. He was just a psychologist. He was just a professor at the University of Toronto. So you can sort of get sidetracked with stuff you see in the news or the media. But like I watched him before all that happened, and I would watch his college lectures. So that's all I'm going to say today about Jordan Peterson. If you're trying to get your life together and you feel like something is just not giving, I would recommend starting on his YouTube page, Jordan B. Peterson, and start watching his college lectures. Because this is him before he was famous. Now he's famous and he knows he's famous. I still watch him quite often, but he helped me get my life together in a way I never would have thought. I wouldn't be doing this podcast had I not discovered him. I'm not sure where I'd be right now. It would not be in a good place. But, so I'll leave that there and just say, if you just want to learn about psychology or your personality, or you're stuck in a rut or something, obviously getting a therapist is I would say your best bet. But he kind of like kept me afloat until I got into therapy. So it's like, whew, yeah. That's all I'll say. I'll leave it there. So that's pretty much it for him. Holy hell. Virtue signal. Don't you think the BLM signs should be tweaked? I walk down the street and you see every fucking window, BLM, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter in New York City. I just want a little disclaimer at the bottom that says 28% of Black Lives Matter, because it's just too funny. It's too funny that these businesses still have Black Lives Matter signs on when 72% of black people aren't allowed in their businesses. So that's all I'm proposing. Little asterisk. I can't do it with a asterisk. Just Black Lives Matter, except 72% of them. I just would like an update. That's all I'm saying. But I'm going to sell. This is an idea to for a virtue signal. I want to sell Band-Aids. Okay. Because I want to combine my virtue signaling with BLM and the vaccine. So, I want to sell, just like the black square on Instagram, it's a black Band-Aid. Okay? So, basically, you put the black Band-Aid on. Okay, now you're showing your support for, you know, we're combining two virtues here, for getting vaccinated and BLM. So you have your black Band-Aid on, except, here's the kicker, the adhesive is time released, so it falls off after about 5 minutes to represent the fact that 72% of black people won't be allowed into businesses. So that's my idea, and if anybody wants to invest in it, you know, hit me up. All right, I'll go over just, okay, what I learned from making the video, because I want to just give some tips out. Because, by the way, anyone could have a viral video at this point. It's not just comedians or actors. In fact, the overwhelming, this is weird to think about, the overwhelming amount of viral videos, even funny videos on the internet, are not comedians. I mean, if you really laid out how many viral videos there have been over the last 10, 20 years, you know, you're looking at like almost 0% are actual comedians. So it can happen to anybody. It happened to my buddy, he makes cat beds, and one of his videos went viral. I mean, it does help to have a cat involved for a viral video, but you know. So anyways, put a watermark on it with your handle somewhere in case somebody steals the video. I could spend a week trying to get people to give me credit for the video. And I got a little mad. I got a little obsessed with that too. I started writing to people like, hey, come on, it's my video, please. And I just decided I'm going to stop doing that. You know, make sure you have a solid routine. My routine was not solid enough. It's something I'm still working on. But I the next day was reading so many comments. I go, oh, I didn't do my writing for today. Or I didn't shower. Or I didn't eat, or I didn't pay my taxes for the last 2 years. Whatever it is, stay in the routine and commit to those things. You've got to do it. You cannot sustain success over a period of time if you are not maniacal about your routine. So, sure, you still and then you still want to celebrate and balance. Like, pretty fun to go down and see a bunch of comments. Like, I could be a pretty lonely guy, you know. I could feel pretty damn... I got a Labradoodle sleeping on the floor right here. He helps. But I do get struck with some pretty extreme loneliness. So to have all of that was nice. You know, it was good. But you have to also separate it and go, okay, these aren't like friends. They're fans. And that's awesome. And we can connect. And that's fantastic. So finding a balance, but committing to that routine. Like, if I could go back next time, it's like, okay, you don't get to use Instagram until you've done your writing, until you've eaten breakfast, until you've taken your dog for a walk. Highly recommend, if you're addicted to any apps, before you go to bed, in fact, at least an hour before, delete them off your phone. Delete them off your phone. People go, oh, that sounds like so much. No, it takes 8 seconds to re-download an app if you've got good Wi-Fi.
So many names for it. Wi-Fi, China-Fi, whatever it is. Internet speed, whatever. Dial-up, right? We know dial-up. Dial-up.
So delete that fucker off your phone. All of them. I don't care. Dating apps, Everyone, Instagram, all. Wake up, and until you have accomplished what you have to accomplish for the day, then you download the suckers. So that's what I learned. Balancing the celebrating with the work. So you still have to celebrate it. You don't want to be too rigid and like, all right, back to work. I'm not gonna feel good. Fucking celebrate it, man. These things are awesome. Whatever it is in your life, you get a win, you get a raise, you get whatever it is. Take your ass out to dinner. Like, treat yourself like a fucking French king. You know, I went out to a fucking baller dinner last night with my friend. Baller. For homemade pastas, we're getting fucking prosciuttos. We're getting the prosciuttos and the fucking cheeses, breads, tap waters. We went into the West Village, my buddy and I, and we just fucking ate like a king, you know? And I celebrated. It's a celebration. Support. It's another one. Ooh. You know, this is when I have to double down on fellowship in my 12-step programs to reach out to people and go, hey, you know, this thing is happening, and as somebody with an addictive personality, you know, I just need some support. I just need to reach out and just whatever it might be, reach out and try to help somebody, you know, wake up and try to offer my service to somebody. That's a good way to keep you out of your head too, especially when you're getting that level of attention. It's a tremendous way to balance out what can be an inflated ego by getting a extreme level of attention and
Frankly, praise. It was praise, right? I want to be humble and say it wasn't praise, but it was like 1,000 positive comments to 1.
Reach out to people. It helps a lot. It really does. And, you know, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad, okay? Oh, before I let you go, I hate when people say that to me. Oh, I should let you go. When, like, you give no signal that you're ready to go. You know that? You know what I mean? You're talking to someone, and they go, all right, well, I should let you get going just because you're busy. And you go, what are you talking about? All right, that's about me and my grandmother. I didn't need to fucking drag her into that. But I'm going to be starting some animation stuff with a friend of mine. That's all I'll say for now. But we're gonna we're gonna write a little animation series and start putting those out. So I will keep you abreast. I'll keep you abreast of that. And let me remind you one more time that I will be at Freys Brewery in Mount Airy, Maryland on Thursday, September 7th at 7 p.m. Bring in my buddy Chase. He's really funny. So he'll open. I'll do probably an hour, and it's going to be great. I'll probably bring Fred, too. There'll be a Labradoodle there. So check it out. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the show if you're new. You got me on a bit of a day. Nope, not doing it. I was going to throw myself under the bus. Nope, not doing it. I did the best I can today, and so will you. If you'd like to support the show and join Team Tyler. Oh, by the way, here we go. So we got to settle on a name for this group. I want this to be a community. This is a group effort. I don't want to be alone. I want you coming with me. So let's read some of the names. Team Tyler is one of them. Fisherman Friends. So this is the name for our community. The T-Pack. I like that. T-Pack. I like that a lot. T-Ballers. We got the that's T-Boners. Fishermen or the Fishers. What else we got? What about the Tyler Knalls? That's good. You guys are fucking great. Fucking Tyler Knalls. Tie-Fis, like Wi-Fi, but Tie-Fi. And I think that's it. So I'm gonna probably throw a little poll up on, and I'm not doing another episode with this retainer in. I'm so self-conscious about it. You know, God. Ladies, you think you're the only one self-conscious? I'm so self-conscious. I'm sitting on 3 pillows. The retainer on. So I'll put up a poll on Instagram. on Patreon, and we'll try to finalize this group name by the end of the week. So patreon.com/Tyler Talks. Again, thank you guys so much. Just so supportive and nice and everything. I can't say enough. Really inspiring me to keep going, and everything. Literally, like even when I had 100 followers on YouTube, you get one person that goes, "Hey, nice job, keep doing this." You can't underestimate that. You really can't, and that's what I learned from Jordan Peterson as well. Like people need such little encouragement. It doesn't take much. In fact, I wrote Jamie Foxx a message, and I was like, he's just a guy. Just because he's famous doesn't mean he doesn't need some encouragement or whatever. So anyways, I said, thanks for your inspiration. And I just said, have an awesome day. So that's what I told Jamie Foxx, because I didn't want to come off like I wanted something from him or I needed anything or like, hey, can you do this or this? I was like, just maybe he's having a bad day. So I said, have an awesome day. So that's it. So I'll say the same with you. Have an awesome day. Do something nice for yourself this week. And I'll see you soon. Ciao.
Ciao.